Happiness is freedom. Freedom is having the choice to spend your time doing things that inspire you. Most people want freedom, but many people don't have a clear objective, a roadmap, or a strategy to achieve it. Everyone deserves to live an inspired and free life. I believe that when we're free and able to focus on our most meaningful work, we simply become better human beings. We can give more, care more, support more, and love more. I'm an investor, a trader, and an entrepreneur, and I get to spend every day doing what I love. At the age of 29 years old, I became financially free, and since then my mission has been to help and inspire other people to achieve the same so that they can be more of who they really want to be. Always Free is about having a free mind, being free to question the status quo, free to take risks, free to say no, free to say yes, free from social idealisms, opinions and beliefs, free to disobey, and free to wake up every day and spend your time to make a difference that inspires you. You can have it all. Living a life designed by you isn't a stroke of luck or a result of circumstance. It's a choice. So if you want to learn how to become free and live an inspired life, join me for the #1 show for financial empowerment and wealth creation as I share my insights, tips, strategies and advice on what allowed me to be always free. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Jason Graystone. Well, welcome back to the show, guys. Hope you had a nice week so far. Hope it's been good to you. And let me know who's here, who's tuning in. We've got all the usual suspects, I suspect. My gang: Neil, Billy, Chris, Becky, all the usuals. We're streaming into the Facebook group, Twitter, LinkedIn, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. Hello. Just come off the back of one of my strategy sessions, which was about an hour and a half, which was really valuable, really good. If this is the number one, first time you've listened to this show or tuned into this show, this is the #1 show for financial empowerment and wealth creation. And if this is the first time you've ever tuned in, I highly recommend that you go back and check out some of the other episodes. But more importantly, check out the Always Free podcast, because we've now got the original episodes 1 to 22 back up and running. They were taken off because we had a limit on the daily display. That's all now resolved and they're back. They're there. So you can go and check those out. I highly recommend you check out episodes 1 to 22. They're going to be kind of a step-by-step strategy for you if you're looking to become financially free. And if you've listened to some of the podcasts, let us know in the chat here what value you've got, what nuggets you've got, or if you found it valuable at all. This week we're going to be talking a little bit about whether you have what it takes to become financially free. And what I mean by that is, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Most people have no sense of direction when it comes to building wealth or becoming financially free. It's a very subjective arena. People don't know what they should focus on first or when or next. And there's many moving parts. And most people aren't aware of how focusing on one thing could be affecting another thing and actually hindering them and taking them longer to actually get to where they want to go. So I want to cover some of that. I want to talk a little bit about some of that because there's lots of stuff going on in the markets this week where people are just kind of unsure. One of the things I said earlier, I did a Q&A on my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, you can follow me on these links along here. But I did a Q&A, and one of the things that I've seen is a lot of sporadic questions. So because I get, we've got a relatively large following, you get banks of questions coming and you see trends and you see common pain points. And at the moment, it's very sporadic. There's lots of different questions. So what that says to me is there's a lot of uncertainty, right? So people are like erratic. And that's what we're seeing. So I wanted to kind of talk about your situation right now, what position you're in right now, so I can kind of hopefully resonate with you. And at the end of this show, I've got a tool that you can use, something you can go and do to really get clear about this stuff. Chris says, always free podcasts are life-changing if you have the right mindset. Thank you very much. Great to hear that. All right, so not only is focusing on the wrong thing hindering the person, it's also no wonder that with all the kind of partial strategies out there that are marketed by these gurus with a load of showmanship, that people are lost for direction, right? Imagine this for a second. Let's just say that you wanted to drive into town and the nearest town was, I don't know, about an hour away, okay? But you don't know the directions. So you turn on the GPS, you put the sat nav in your car and you put it on. And when you put this GPS on and you put the coordinates in, on the screen, all it shows you is like a little pin where the destination is, but it doesn't actually give you any directions of how to get there or, you know, how to navigate there. All right. What are the chances of you getting to that town if you can just see a pin in the horizon? Obviously, it's that you can get there, but it's going to be very difficult without any directions. So that's what you're using the sat nav for, right? It'd be a massive struggle. When it comes to money and personal finance, one of the most important things that you have to figure out is where you want to go, where the destination is, and also where you are today, and then a map in order to get there. And I know that sounds very, very obvious and almost a bit cliche, but you'll be surprised how many people don't do it. People have no direction or visualization of how long it should take, how the expected journey will be. And that's why they give up, because they get hit with unforeseens and they give up. And if you've got no direction, you'll struggle. You'll struggle to get to the next level of where you need to be. And there are levels to financial freedom. You guys know that. I've been over this many, many times before. There's levels to financial freedom, and it takes a conscious effort of tracking your progress in order to reach for the next branch. So there are levels, and there's also different situations that people are in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reel off a series of kind of profiles or archetypes or situations of people, and I want you to listen and let us know which one of these that you think that you could potentially be. Okay, so the first one is financially dependent, and we call this the servant. All right, and we call it the servant because you rely on others for your income. Okay, and when it comes to finances, you're very disempowered. And you might be amazing at other things, but in wealth building, you're at the bottom of the ladder, okay? And that's okay, that's fine. It doesn't make you a bad person. It just means that you're not where you want to be, and you've probably got like a niggling voice in your ear constantly telling you that you deserve more, but you don't really get past that point. That's the servant, and that's financially dependent. Let me know if you're one of those people. Cool. The next person is the next level up, all right? And that's basically survivor. You're surviving, and I call this the captive. And basically the captive is living hand to mouth, and you've got a reliable income at this stage. Usually, you still rely on, your income to feed the loans and the banks and the bills and your mouth. You're captive to the banks and the employers, okay? They dictate what you earn and when you earn it and the hours that you need to work to break even. And you feel like you're stuck and in a bit of a rut. But there's a slight difference between that and the servant, right? So that's the captive. The next level up from that is you're stable, okay? And this is what I call the dreamer, because you might be self-employed, or you might have organized your finances slightly better, but you're now earning slightly more money, okay? But you're earning slightly more than you're spending, right? And you might have a mortgage or a credit card, but you've got it under some kind of control, and you've saved a little bit of money into a buffer account, which was, and in doing that, that's kind of activated a part of your brain that allows to dream and get a bit more creative and think outside the box a little bit. You've got no or little bad debt, and you're contemplating your next move in terms of wealth building. The stable situation makes it very difficult for you to take the plunge. That's the difference. That's the key with the stable. Okay, so the key thing to remember, if you're stable, if you're the dreamer, the reason it's called the dreamer is because you're in a position where you don't want to take the risk. It makes you're comfortable, basically, and you're happy in your comfort zone, right? Now, level 4 is full comfort, and I call this the fugitive. And when I say comfort here, I'm talking about your comfortability in your own finances, all right? Although your income is at a level where you don't have to worry about the bills and you can basically have what you like, you're out there all alone because, you've got some kind of real powerful knowledge that you've learned because you're into self-development. And it feels like everyone you know is trying to hunt you down and bring you back down to normality or go against you in some way. You've maybe had to leave a few behind and get away from it, run away. That's why it's a fugitive. And you're at the start of the kind of compound journey where your wealth can either exponentially grow or you take 10 steps back because you didn't take the right advice or you took a poor strategy. So that's a dangerous kind of position to be in because you can go one way or the other and it can either hinder you, take years back or really put you in the right direction. Level 5 is financially independent, the investor, right? Now you can generate an income to cover your lifestyle regardless of someone to rely on or a geographical location. And you've basically, you've got enough passive or semi-passive income consistently coming in to cover your lifestyle expenses. And you've controlled your lifestyle, okay? And you're thinking how to delegate everything and get rid of anything that's not inspiring to you and how you can scale up. That's a great position to be in. And then level 6 is basically abundant and free. This is basically the inspired life master, right? You've now, you've got way more income consistently coming in than you need to cover your lifestyle. Your biggest expense each month is actually your savings and your investments. You can maintain your income regardless of the economy, markets crashing, your expertise, if you lose your mind, whatever it might be. That's, you can bring in your income and you wake up every day focused on nothing other than your highest values. You've got more opportunities than you can consider. And now you're driven by a much higher state of mind. And that's when it's time to build a legacy. So I just wondered, out of you guys listening, can you resonate with one of those more than the other? There are subtle differences in between them all. You're either the servant, you're going to be the captive, you're going to be the dreamer, or you're going to be the fugitive, or you're going to be the investor, or you're going to be the master, the inspired life master. So let me know kind of what one resonated with you most. It's really important that you understand where you sit in that because there are different strategies for you to use or maybe take a step back. And what I want to do is I want to give you a tool where you can go and do the whole tool, and it's a series of yes or no questions so that you can find out exactly where you are, who you are based on the score, and it will give you a blueprint, a 55-page personalized report for you so that you know what to work on next to move up in that series of archetype. Okay, so in order to, if you're interested in doing that, make sure you go and check out the wealth test. This is a phenomenal test. And if you go and do this, you're going to get a score. You can scan in this QR code, screenshot this now, and go and post it or put it in your QR scanner, or go to discover.tearsoffreedom.com, discover.tearsoffreedom.com, and go and see what you score. Obviously, Warren Buffett's got 100 here. Go and see what you score and let me know. Go and let me know. It's completely free. You're going to get a personalized video, personalized 55-page report, and it will teach you exactly what to focus on next and give you action steps. So go and do that. Let me know how you get on. And let me know in the chat what one you think you are. I think a few people say captive, fugitive, dreamer. Going from dreamer to fugitive, and scared, right? Want level 6, probably a stable captive, right? So the job is just to move up a rung, move up one of those, and that's it. And we want to chip away. And if you go and take that test, you'll get a full report to teach you each of the steps. So on that note, I want to say it is time for competition time. Now, competition time, all you need to do is show up, screenshot, take a snapshot of you watching the show, post it on social, tag me in it, and you'll be in for a chance to win some always free goodies. We're going to send you some goodies. And last week's winner, who's announced this week, is the Demo Trader. I don't know your real name, but you're down on YouTube as Demo Trader. So let's congratulate Demo Trader. Well done. Thank you for watching the show and engaging in the chat and supporting the work. And that just leaves us to say what's going on in the markets out there at the moment is mayhem, okay? Chaos. To the uninitiated investor or trader, you're not going to know what's going on. My advice is invest in your knowledge. Invest in your knowledge and learn what's going on. Don't always be led. Be the leader. Don't have the decisions made for you. Don't have a feminine injective mind. Have a masculine projective mind. Learn, make your own decisions, take your own actions. And that is the biggest investment you can possibly make. So until next time, hopefully you got value from that. Let me know what you score on the test. And until next time, take care. Have a great rest of your day. And if I don't see you, weekend. And I'll see you then.